What's up, friends? Welcome back to my channel. Quick little disclaimer as we get started here. My hair is crazy today. Do I have a hairbrush? Yes. Do I use a hairbrush? No. This is what we're dealing with, so roast me in the comments if you hate it. But no one really cares. Honestly, that's not what we're here to talk about. You didn't click on this video to hear me complain about how fluffy my hair is today. So I'll just stop talking about that and start talking about why you clicked on this video. Hi if you're new here. Hi if you're not. I received this comment, I'll put it on the screen, last week on a video, this video right here in particular, where I shared a coach whose profile was sent to me via TikTok. And this individual is requesting that we dive a little bit deeper into this individual. So you know me, maybe you don't know me, but one thing you should know about me is that if someone asks me to do something and it's interesting, I'm gonna do it. So here we are. Today we're going to be jumping into this particular coach's Instagram profile, some stuff that I dug up on Reddit, and we're just going to have a little chit-chat conversation about my thoughts on it and why I think that the stuff that this coach posts is so problematic, and also use it as an example if you are someone who is considering hiring a business mentor in the future of your life. Things to look out for, red flags to avoid, and all of that good stuff. So if you're ready for that, be sure to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel if you're not already, and let's go ahead and jump right in. Okay, so essentially how it all started was I went to Google and I searched this person's username and I searched the word Reddit because that's how I find all of the good stuff on the internet. And I came across this post on Reddit. It says, "Help me expose this life coach scam artist from my town. Already I'm hooked." Okay, for some context, there's a girl from my town who is constantly claiming to bring in $313,302.88. That's so specific. A month in cash from selling life coaching programs. She's always celebrating having six-figure months, and it just doesn't add up. A few mutual friends have filled me in that she's renting her house, renting a car, and oh my god, so much doesn't add up. She brags about all this money and has nothing to show for it. She's always posting on Instagram trying to lure people in into buying her coaching programs. The comments on her photos don't seem genuine at all, or they're just other life coaches. Also, she's Canadian and all the money she posts on Instagram, as she throws it around, is in American bills. I don't know how you sell programs online and get cash. Can anyone do a deep dive on her and figure out what's going on, or explain how I can? She charges so much, I don't want anyone falling for this shit, and at this point, I'm just curious. And then they link to her Instagram profile, and lo and behold, it's the person that I was looking for. So, a few things that I want to address here. First one being very, very common. I don't know if I've talked about this on YouTube, but I've definitely talked about it over on TikTok, and it's this idea that a lot of coaches, regardless of where they are located, charge for their services in US dollars. And when I asked this question on TikTok, I got a lot of flack in my comments because people were like, USD is the universal currency and people will trust you more if you charge USD. Well, okay, maybe that's true. My theory is that people charge in USD, particularly as Canadians, because the exchange rate for us is so terrible, or excellent, I guess, that if I were to charge you in USD, I would make like 30 to 40 cents on every dollar that I make or that I sell. You know what I mean? If I sold you something for $100 Canadian, I would only get $100. But if I sold it to you for $100 US, I would get to take home $130. So obviously, from a business perspective, it makes way more sense to make my prices in USD because then I'm making more money. Not to mention, a lot of these coaches work with like a primarily American audience. So naturally, it would just make sense that their prices would be in USD. And I know that this is like a big thing in the coaching space based on my own experience and previous coaches telling me that I should be charging in USD. So just something to think about. In terms of like her having videos where she's throwing around American bills, I don't know too much about that. But again, my assumption would be that if she's marketing to an American audience and she's using, you know, how much money she made, which by the way is a huge red flag, to market her programs, she probably went to the bank and got US dollars and then used them in creating her content. And yes, I have seen other Canadian coaches do that, so it's not new. But yes, as an aside, if you're watching this video, you're thinking about hiring a mentor, always be mindful that if anyone is using how much money they've made as their main marketing tactic, that's usually a red flag that you're not gonna get what you paid for, and they're just trying to prey on your vulnerability and desire to make more money. Okay, so let's go ahead and read through some of the comments on this thread. The first one says, yes, she scammed a friend of mine out of $20,000. She drags people along, delivers them fluff, and doesn't do or bring what's promised. Her coaching was terrible. She is a greedy person and it's terrible what she's doing and sharing. Her Instagram has been deleted like 3 times because of this. So again, everything in this video is anecdotal, my opinion, and just based on what I've read on Reddit, which like Reddit is essentially the same as someone writing something on a piece of paper, throwing it on the street. I pick it up and believe whatever it says to be true. I recognize that. But I will say that this experience that this person shared in this comment aligns with what the person who contacted me on TikTok said. Very similar experiences. Next comment reads, one of her posts was targeted to me. I got major scam/MLM vibes right away. 1, having to make an investment upfront for hundreds to thousands of dollars is sketchy. True. She's either taking advantage of people who really can't afford it or has millionaire clients who would be better off letting their stocks grow than paying for a mastermind class. You know what? I've never actually thought about that. A lot of these people that are very wealthy that continue to invest in coaching might be better off investing in the stock market. Unless they truly believe that like investing in the coach is the thing that like brings in more money, because even if you invest in like the S&P 500, the average return is only 10% a year. So if I invested $200,000, I'm only going to get like 20K back. But anyway, that's an aside. I just never thought of that. 2, it's super ambiguous about her mastermind courses. 3, she never mentions her credentials. How has she somehow cracked the code? What does she know? Who does she learn it from? Major MLM vibes. Next comment. This woman is a scam artist and needs to be exposed. Everything about her Instagram is desperate and pathetic and delusional. She makes $4 million a year, yet her office has a cheap desk and cheap neon light. She doesn't own property, cars, no vacations. Every day she sits at her shitty desk in a shitty office, talks into computer camera. She doesn't even seem to have friends. It's not an inspirational lifestyle. Okay, I don't really have direct comments about like the quality of the stuff that she owns, but I will say this after skimming through her YouTube channel briefly. I did notice, and I noticed this with a lot of people in the like coaching space, is the low budget production quality they use to create their content. And maybe this is just because I am a content creator at heart. I've been creating content online for, 6+ years. And I really appreciate good quality video, good quality audio, etc. And what I see is a lot of these coaches who claim to be making, multiple 6 figures a month, millions of dollars a year, and they can't even invest in a half decent camera and a microphone to make them sound good. They're recording on their Apple webcam, and it's like, what are you doing? Why? Do you not have enough respect for your audience, for your clients, to at least invest in making their experience a little bit better? That piece I will never understand. Okay, next comment leads into something that's also pretty interesting, so I will read the comment and then we'll go to that post. It says, this woman is going viral because of an Instagram story of hers that went viral when someone mocked it on Twitter. After browsing this thread, especially the burner accounts of her supporters, this is a clear scam made by a clearly shitty person with shitty ideas about herself, people of lower income, and regular honest workers. I am really, really interested in somehow seeing her held accountable, but I have no idea of how to go about it, so I'm bumping this thread in hopes that someone knows what steps to take. So I clicked on the link to Twitter that this person included, and this is the tweet that showed up. It shows a screenshot of her Instagram story and then his commentary. So the screenshot itself is a picture of her at a coffee shop, and it says, isn't it hilarious that you look like a normal human being at the coffee shop, meanwhile you're a multi-6 or 7 figure per month earner, CEO of a global brand, and do things in one day that most people can't even comprehend doing in their lifetime. Laughing emoji, unicorn emoji, coffee emoji, peace sign emoji. And so this individual commented and said, I hate when people at coffee shops don't immediately recognize me as a 6 or 7 figure earner. This tweet has over 8,000 retweets, 1,500 quotes, and he even turned it into a meme right here using the same caption, but meme-like format. So very, very funny. It continues. I'll keep posting them on the screen here. Not one woman recognized me as a 6 or 7 figure per month entrepreneur. What a waste of a night. You can't arrest me. I'm a 6 to 7 figure per month entrepreneur. And so on and so on and so on. You get the point. I just thought that was kind of funny. Basically, the vibe that I'm getting from this is something that I talked about in the last video that I posted on Tuesday. You can click right here to watch it. But essentially the premise is that these coaches have such big egos and they're so out of touch with reality, that they think they are some like magical unicorn for being able to achieve a high sales revenue in their business. Like, I'm so much better than you because I make so much money and you don't even know how much better I am than you. And that's the irony of the situation. That's the vibe I'm getting anyway. And so then someone took this tweet and then shared it in a separate Reddit thread. And I thought one of these comments was interesting. It says, unfortunately, to someone like her, all attention is good attention. It probably fuels her, so she won't see her ridiculousness. She'll use it to sell a new masterclass because she now has mastered the art of posting viral content. Very true. This is actually something that DC and I talked about in our live video about Jessie Lee Ward. And it's this idea that a lot of these coaches like to use virality and polarization as a means of growing their business no matter what. So they can say things that are completely inappropriate, completely out of touch with reality. And the purpose of posting that content is to just get a rise from anyone because they truly believe that all exposure is good exposure. Again, I just kind of thought that that was interesting. Okay, so moving on, we'll go back to her Instagram page, which I have shared a post from before. Again, I shared it in that original video. And so I know in that last video, I shared one of her pin posts, but I thought that maybe we would share another one because in this one, she talks about her membership program. And I think that this one is really important to talk about because again, these are the things that you are going to want to look out for if you're someone who wants to hire a mentor or join some sort of mentorship program and you're seeing these same kind of tactics in the way that the sales page is set up, the things that they say, the things that they do to convince you. Red flag, red flag, red flag. So I'm going to point some of those out. The first slide, I won't put on the screen because it has her face like right in the middle of it. But it basically just says like, here's a list of the reasons why you should join the name of my membership. Slide number 1, she claims that it is by far the best way to be able to learn from her. Slide number 2 claims that inside this membership, you are going to master everything. You heard it here. Social media, sales, launching, content, offers, money, how to be a better coach, keep up with the industry, confidence. Also, my trainings are potent, to the point, and applicable. So I want to know how on earth one person can be a master at all of these things. Yes, I understand that as a business owner, being someone who has literally owned a business for 5 years, you do have to wear a lot of hats. Over the course of my 5 years as an entrepreneur, I have been a marketer. I have written sales copy. I have built a website. I have done sales. I have done bookkeeping. I have done so many different components of running a business. Does that make me an expert in each of those things? No. Does that mean that I'm good at each of those things? Hardly. So in what world would you have the level of expertise necessary to be able to teach other people in every single one of those aspects? And this in itself is what irritates me, because my best guess is that she's going to give you very surface level information about each of these things. But then in this kind of sales copy tries to frame it like you're going to really learn each of those things. But the reality is that experts who are experts in a particular topic are experts because they have invested all of their time and energy in learning that one specific thing. And I find it very hard to believe that she would be able to adequately teach you enough about each of those things, all within this like membership format. What do you guys think about that in the comments? Let me know. Next slide, it says you get instant access to 55 videos and growing of the best, most important, and foundational trainings. Your mind will be blown before you even participate in the first live program. My guess is she probably does like monthly coaching calls and then posts those videos as trainings, which to me, as someone who has been inside a membership program before, actually really irritating. Because the thing with live trainings, if you're in the environment and you're able to ask questions, they can actually be useful. But for her to just download those and then post them as like a training, I think that those are two different things. So for context, I sell an online course. It's called The Canadian Business Builder. It teaches people how to build a business step by step. No, I'm not a scammer. The course costs less than $50. And if you want a refund after you try it for a week and you hate it, I will give you your money back. My point is, each of the training videos in that course were specifically made for that specific topic. I go deep into whatever the concept is we're talking about. I explain it in depth. We go deep and I explain it in depth. I'm being repetitive, but you get the idea. The training is succinct. Each video is around like 10 minutes long, but I'm able to clearly articulate what it is that I'm trying to teach my students. When you attend a live training, there's a lot of fluff and garble that gets added into the mix. And I say this only because I went to this individual's YouTube channel and I watched a few of her YouTube videos, and she will drag out a topic that you should be able to succinctly explain in 5 minutes during like a 30-minute video. And so to me, that really just proves the point that these aren't really potent and succinct trainings. They're just recorded live calls that she expects you to sit through the entire thing and filter out the information yourself. Again, I've never been in her program. I don't know that to be a fact. That is just an assumption that I am drawing. And if anyone knows differently, you can correct me in the comments below. Next up, it says that you will be able to participate in my signature group programs. I've blurred out the names, but essentially they're just different flashy looking coaching programs about sales, about how to be a coach, about creating an offer, and so on. It also says that because I am constantly evolving and refining my work, new programs will always be launched. Again, not really sure what that looks like. Could be master classes that she sells for a set price, but because you're in the membership, you get access to. I don't really know. Now, this particular slide was my favorite because here's what it says. In 2022, the value of the membership was just under $32,000. This is the total if you would have bought everything separately that's included, not including instant access content or passive bundles you get access to. The current cost of the membership is $14,000 or payment plans that total $15,000. So yeah, here's the thing about pricing in the online coaching space. It's fucking made up. All of these coaches sell programs, they sell master classes, they sell products that often have these, instant bonuses. And you will find that a lot of the times they try to market these instant bonuses as being valued at, $500, $1,000, $5,000. But all of those prices were made up by that coach with whatever they felt. For example, I went over a coach in one of my very first live videos on this channel who was a former fitness coach that's now a business coach. And she was selling some sort of live training and she was offering these bonus PDFs that she had created. So it was like a 20-page PDF manual that she said was valued at $97 for a 20-page PDF. I don't know what kind of information would be so valuable that you could squeeze it into something to be worth $100, but maybe that's just my opinion. My point that I'm trying to make here is that a lot of these coaches will put these absorbent, inflated prices on their products and services just to make it seem like you're getting more value than you're actually getting. And again, I think this goes without saying, but to pay $15,000 or $14,000 a year for a group coaching program seems astronomical to me. Again, I've talked about this in other videos. I don't want to be a broken record, but I find it really hard to believe that a coach can give you customized, specific advice to your business in a setting that is not one-on-one. No two businesses are the same, and if a coach is offering you a solution that works for every kind of business everywhere, that's a red flag to run away. Next slide says, people in the membership are really cool. What kind of marketing is that? You literally will never have to worry about what to sign up for again because the membership includes all group programs and masterclasses for a full year. Sign up once and get it all. It is quite possibly the best thing in the world to watch me sell all the things and know you're already in them because you're in the membership. But note, the does not include masterminds or private mentorship. So basically, you're joining a group program. Any offers that she creates throughout the year will be added to that membership, and any group programs you will also get included in, but that doesn't include her masterminds and it doesn't include her private coaching. So again, if she's doing all of these other things, how are you going to get customized support that's going to help you build your business for $14,000 a year? I absolutely believe that you should be at least getting one-on-one attention. That's a lot of money. It continues. It's a year commitment, so you will get to grow with me and have time to integrate, learn, implement, apply, ask questions, and stay committed to your big goals and dreams. Last slide, it says, it's for all income levels. Everything is lifetime access. Our group programs and masterclasses are highly interactive. You will be a part of the most incredible community. The fact that it's for all income levels is, again, a bit of a red flag because there is no one size fits all. So if I'm someone who has never made a single dollar in my business, you're telling me that I'm going to get value out of it. Meanwhile, someone who's running a six-figure business who's also in it is also going to get value. There's a huge difference in terms of the spectrum of knowledge and the things that you do and the way you operate your business when you're someone who's just starting out and when you're someone who's already a six-figure entrepreneur. So I find it hard to believe that the knowledge gap there would leave either of those people feeling satisfied. Maybe the person that just started out would think that this is the best thing ever because they're learning so much from people who are well seasoned. But in that case, I would find it really hard to believe that the people who are already making a lot of money are satisfied with the content that they're getting out of the membership. But again, That's all just speculation. It continues saying, you will always have an abundance of trainings and content to tap into to support the growth of your business, and it will quite literally be the best time of your life. That's an assumption that this person is making, that this is going to be the best time of my life. You don't know me, you don't know my business, and you probably will never know my business that well, so I don't like that. Lastly, it says, leading the membership has changed my life, and it is truly the best thing in the world to be able to share this work with you. I don't like it. I'm going to leave it at that. We'll go ahead and read the caption, and then we're going to close it out here. So the caption says, the membership is my year membership to all programs and masterclasses. It is by far the best way to learn from me because I teach every single important piece of building an online coaching business. Note that this is a program for coaching businesses. I didn't realize that until now, but it is for coaches who coach coaches to coach coaches. She's at the top of the pyramid, baby. In my opinion, it is the perfect blend of the practical strategies and the energetics/mindset. Membership details. It is a year commitment, and we have many people already in their year 2. All live group programs and masterclasses. We do 1 live group program per month and multiple masterclasses each quarter. All lifetime access. You get instant access to a database of 55 video trainings. Our live group programs are interactive and our community is the best. When you're in the membership, it's so fun to watch me sell programs because you know you're automatically in them. We get to grow together for an entire year. You have space to learn, implement, apply, and refine. You will constantly have an abundance of information and energy to plug into to support your business growth. You can join the membership at any time. It is truly the greatest gift to support membership members for an entire year. I am beyond grateful to share this work with you. I don't like it, and here's why. I don't think as a leader, you are able to guarantee anyone's experience, particularly in a group setting, to say that this is going to be the best group of people that you've ever met, and these people are going to be so supportive of you, and you're going to make lifetime friends. I know she didn't specifically say those, but that's a lot of the verbiage that we see in the online space. You can't guarantee that. What if I decide to host a group program and I get 5 completely different people who have nothing in common, and then I put them all in a group together and I'm like, these are going to be your best friends. You're going to learn so much from each other. The reality is that's not the truth. Again, if I come back to this example of like the very well-seasoned entrepreneur and the complete newbie, if we put them in a group together, I'm going to assume that the very well-seasoned entrepreneur is going to be a little bit annoyed that everyone else in the group has no experience because there isn't a huge learning and value opportunity for them there besides the leader of the group. So I don't know. I would love to hear what your thoughts are in the comments. What about this kind of gives you the ick? And do you think it sounds like a good idea? Because I think it doesn't. Thank you so much for requesting this video. If you have anyone that you would like me to dive a little bit further into to review their profile kind of in this format, my email is linked in the description below. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up if you haven't already. Subscribe to my channel, and I will leave you with this video right here next.